College students can save an extra 25% on their commute to class with NJ Transit's Student Pass. This will help you save major cash. So visit your college website or njtransit.com/student pass and start saving.
It's opening day for the Rangers. Welcome to the Roundup. That is right. Welcome back, baseball. Hello, Ranger fans. How are we doing? Woo, it's opening day. I don't even know what I'm so tongue-tied right now. I waited until the last freaking moment to kick this thing off, and I was waiting for the lineup too. That was really what was kind of holding me back today. I didn't do any spring training recordings. I watched spring training games, but I've been, really enjoying Victory Plus and the Ranger Network. I do like the change. I didn't like Bally's at all. That's just me. I know some of y'all liked it. I just didn't, right? So, today's game against the Sox, 3:05 over in Arlington, Globe Life Field. I haven't been in a while. I actually haven't been to opening day since they moved to the new ballpark, I don't think. It's just not the same to me. I miss the Temple, to be honest. I do. Baseball, I believe, is supposed to be outdoors. Don't get me wrong. Don't hate me. Don't at me. Nothing. Listen, I love going to the games in July, August when it's 105 outside and I get to sit in the AC. Love it. Big fan of it. I just wish the roof was open more often. And that's one thing I miss. And I was talking about last night on Strikeout Beer. I was just like, I do miss the old stadium for spring, even the beginning of summer, and I would still go to the games in July and August. I'd sit out there and just roast. Didn't mind it. I was like, I'm outside. It's baseball. Now, I get it. With the Dome brought the talent. We have better pitching. We have, obviously better players, things like that. So I'm here for it. For me, opening day, outside, tailgating in the parking lot, enjoying yourself, and then going into the ballpark, which open air, beautiful, but whatever. I see a lot of my pals are going to be out there today. Obviously, a lot of the guys I follow on Twitter, X, I just couldn't do it. I'm working. Now, it is 11:20 in the morning, so there's a slight chance. Because I'll tell you what, the tickets, they're not sold out. There's still tickets available on the website, on the actual website, Texas Rangers, You can also pick them up. You've noticed, if you've been paying attention on StubHub or Geek Seat, any other third-party site, the prices have gone down considerably. I checked at 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. They were like $60. $60, and that's not for standing room. That's for a seat. And you know what? I'm sitting here. Why not give y'all just a little update? Because I'm going to update for myself as well, because I want to see, It looks like they're still sitting at 62. Or the thing just auto brought me right back to where I was. It has to go down, right? Let's see, continue. 64 for row 7 of section 324. And everyone else, there's a lot of them that have dropped their price to the 60s. So there you go. If you want to go to the game, it's not too late. Get in the door, and that's secondary market. So if you want one directly from the Rangers website, I believe they were starting at like $100 for standing room only. And I'll be honest, it's not a bad ballpark to do standing room only, especially if you got like left field. Now, there's little railings or, whatever, behind home plate, along third base, along first base. That's fine, like on the main concourse level or the main level, right? But, they can get kind of congested over there, and you're kind of limited because, the section or the 200s and 300s up above you, right? It just kind of blocks your view a little bit. But if you go out like left field, center field, it's awesome. I think that's a great place to take in a game. So anyways, let's get to it. Obviously, your opening day starter is Eovaldi. He's going up against Crochet. I don't know. I haven't been watching a lot of Red Sox games as of late. Watched a lot over the past decade or two. But, it is what it is. I believe they're both I don't know what they're. Crochet's a lefty. Eovaldi's a righty. Obviously, it's the first game. We have no ERAs or whatnot. Eovaldi looked good, though. I'm expecting big things for him today. It'd be really nice. I mean, both these teams are going to be contenders this year, so this 4-game series. So we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Obviously you got 2-day games, Thursday and Sunday. Sunday's at 1:35, should be nice little day. Friday 7:05, Saturday 6:05. Now they don't have any other pitchers listed for the Rangers, right? The Red Sox went ahead and just trotted it all out, right? Tanner Hawks tomorrow, Walker Buehler is on Saturday, and Richard Fitz is on Sunday. Now, you would assume that DeGrom would be somewhere in the mix. He's technically listed as number 2 in the rotation, right? And it's great to have him back. He looks good. I don't mind him, being obviously still cut back on his innings, and things like that. Let's ease him back into it, right? Then Tyler Mahle. John Gray, he's out on the 60-day IL. Then you got Kumar Rocker, Jack Leiter, Cody Bradford, Patrick Corbin. And then for your bullpen, Spores is on the 60-day IL, but then you have Jacob Webb, Chris Martin, Hobie Milner, Robert Garcia, Sean Armstrong, Gerson Garabito, and Luke Jackson. So, yeah, I mean, pitching, it seems to be, I feel okay. I feel okay. Now, Dane Dunning did get cut. He had a rough start, though. Rough recent outings and whatnot, and they just, the news came out, I believe, a couple days ago, and it was just like, all right, screw it. I loved him when he was here. He did the Rangers good, pay cuts and, discounts and stuff like that. I mean, he didn't cost a lot, but if I remember correctly, hell, I don't know. I got a terrible memory. We talked about, it seems to be always the big topic for me is like my memory's just shot. I don't know what the deal is. So, but we can actually take a look at the lineup if you want. I mean, you're sitting here, you're listening. We're going to go through it, right? And I was waiting and waiting and waiting. So starting off, kick starting this baby. Number 2, Marcus Semien. He's going to be starting at second. Corey Seager in the 2-hole. Now, you know what? Scratch that. I'm not going to list their numbers. You know their numbers. Look them up. All right, leading off, Marcus Semien, second base. Corey Seager, DH in today. Wyatt Langford in left field, batting third. Cleanup, Adolis Garcia in right field. Jake Berger at first base. Josh Young at third base. Kevin Pillar at center field. Kyle Higashioka. I got to learn that guy's last name. I cannot say it properly. He's catching. Himes got the day off. Josh Smith, shortstop, and Nathan Eovaldi is your starting pitcher. So there you go. I mean, they're going to be competing for one of the best offenses in the American League. I would say in the entire league, but come on, man, the Dodgers. I'm not the only one that shares that opinion. Now, can they? Yes, absolutely. But I think the Dodgers just got all-stars stacked on all-stars on all-stars. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, and I love Semien at leadoff because how many times did you get to see that leadoff home run last year? I expect more of that from him. Obviously, Seager should be fine. Now, he did pop up on the latest injury report or whatever, and there's some actual, most of these guys are they're here for opening day, right? Like Josh Young, he had a stiff neck. He's going to be there. Obviously, he's starting today at third base. Corey Seager, he's got a sore calf, and that's why he's going to be rested a little bit. He's just going to be DH. John Gray, we mentioned earlier, 6-day IL. He got put on the IL March 18th, right wrist fracture. Was that the comebacker, right? 106.4 miles an hour right back up the middle. I mean, just drilled him. Absolutely insane. Corey Bradford, left elbow soreness. He'll be back late May, early June. Spores, he's going to have a shoulder surgery. So, he's not going to be back till the summer. And he had that back on, he was put on the IL like February, right? Yeah. So got a favorable report from his surgeon entering camp and began some light plyometric work as part of his throwing progress. So there you go. So I guess, he already had the surgery. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what to say. But yeah. There you go. I mean, that's your lineup. There's some injury reports. I mean, obviously you're going to have injuries to start things. It's a long, grueling season. Last year they got bit by the injury bug, and the bats went cold, right? I mean, it was a up and down whirlwind season. I expect better things this year. I do expect him to win the West. Call me a homer, or I'm just being a little favorite, but showing favoritism or whatever, but I expect him to win the West. I expect him to be in the playoffs this year. I expect him to make a damn good run into the playoffs. So can they get back to the World Series? Absolutely. I just went through the lineup. This lineup is a damn good lineup. Now, I know we were talking. Last season we were on Evan Carter, talking about him and him coming back. According to Bruce Bochy, he told reporters that he will not be on the Rangers opening day roster. Obviously, he's obviously not in the starting lineup. He's not even on the roster. He's going to remain in the minors. He hit 154. He hit 154 with a 419 OPS this spring. So he's still struggling a little bit. We'll see if he can work his way back up. That was cool having him and Wyatt Langford, just the kids, running wild at one point in time. And then, of course, I think Langford got hurt. And even Evan Carter got hurt. What is a lower back injury, if I'm not mistaken, from last year. So, listen, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I know this is a rough start. I probably should have mixed me a little drink or something like that. And I should be out on the patio somewhere with the game on. I'm not ruling it out. I might be back there later. But, it's opening day. This is the time where you tailgate, you're hanging out, you get there as soon as the parking lots allow you to get in, set up camp, pop out the chairs, get the grill going. Back in the day when they had like a 1:05 or a 1:35 start time, we were there at 8 a.m. And then we'd crack a couple beers, get breakfast going, and then chill for a little bags, some ladders, some washers, whatever. Throw a little pigskin around, I never felt comfortable throwing a baseball in the parking lot just because you don't want to hit someone else's car. You don't want to hit somebody else. So, football's a little bit better, but unless you've got a little patch of grass and I think it was Lot M. That was way up there next to the Simeon building. I think it's Simeon's. And then you're kind of out there by yourself. You're like, yeah, you can toss it. There's a little bit more green out there. But yeah, then, lunchtime, get you a quick bite to eat, start packing up your make the trek up to the stadium, wait in a long ass line to get in. But you can hear the roar. I mean, just as soon as you walk in of that, man, I miss the Temple. I do. I got, like I said, I haven't been to opening day in years. Went to a handful of games last year. I've got a handful of games I'm going to go to this year. I love day games, obviously, during the work week, thinner crowd. So I like that a little bit more. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad they moved over to Victory Plus and the Rangers Network. Big fan. Obviously, with Rangers or the Victory Plus app, get to watch all the Stars games for free. Love it. And then I signed up for the package for the Rangers because I want to watch. It's like, how much it cost last year to be able to watch Ranger games? It was absurd. And I don't think that's fair. So I'm glad they went with this. I'll gladly pay the $100. Now, of course, Alan is a little pissy because we don't have the MLB TV. I spent the money from that onto the Ranger one. And I signed up when they were running a promotion. You get 2 free tickets to a Rangers game. So that takes care of it right there. I'm going to cash those in. I'll actually do maybe a quick report on that when I get around to actually cashing in the tickets, what section I'm allowed to sit in, things like that, what games I'm allowed to go to. But there is a day game coming up in about a month. I think it's the first week of May, if I'm not mistaken. It's a Wednesday or Thursday. It's against the Athletics, so I'll take a look at that. And obviously, I'm going to try to do what I did last year, right? I'm going to try to preview each series. Obviously, the preview for this one, it's going to go through Sunday, so I hope to be either, recording Sunday night or Saturday morning, because when this home series is this 4-game, they head up to Cincinnati to take on the Reds. So we'll recap the previous games, the previous series, and then we'll recap the previous series and then preview the upcoming series. Oh man, it must be what's it called, the night up there? Because it says the Rangers versus the Rojos. So Rojos, excuse me, not the Rojos. But I'll try to do it this year. I thought I did pretty well last year. I kept up with it. I started off with just doing it weekly, and then I was like, you know what, screw it. Let's do it at the end of each series. So I want to do that. Also, I don't know if y'all got your Tatas hat. Those things, they went freaking, they were only up for a minute. I looked at it, I go, you got to be kidding me. They didn't do that on purpose, right? And then I saw like the Astros, I said a-holes essentially. What was it? The Angels? Yeah, it was Angels is like anals and stuff. It was crazy. So if you were one of the lucky ones to get that order in, I should have just did it. I looked at it, I go, nah, I don't. This is ridiculous. And I didn't think they were going to ship any, but people apparently got them. And they were for sale immediately on eBay for $1,000, which is bonkers. $500 on Facebook Marketplace. Like, I get it, right? Like, it's a bit, but man, 1,000, that's a lot. That's a lot for a damn hat. I can't do it. And I had Lizzie make me a shirt, the Tata shirt, which, she did pretty good. She's going to iron out a couple, things. So, she runs a Happy Wildflowers. So t-shirts and hats and all kinds of stuff. So she's going to work on a couple more designs for me, because I am going to have it. I'm going to wear it. And, I meant to have it on last night during Strikeout Beer, because I was like, oh, it's opening day, whatever. I should have had my Ranger gear on, but I didn't. Everything slips my mind, and so I'm just sitting there in a black T-shirt like I always am. I mean, I've got more black T-shirts than anybody I know. Jeans, black T-shirt, and some tennis shoes, and that's how you know it's me. That's me. That's and sunglasses on for the most part. But yeah, all right. That's gonna do it. I hope y'all have a great opening day. I hope the Rangers kick off this season in fine fashion. Again, I don't like to be greedy. I don't want to be like, hey, we're going to sweep the Sox. But, why is this in Spanish? I must have clicked on the Spanish version. Yeah, I did. Because it even says, like all the, all the other words are in Spanish. But anyways, yeah, I would love to start with a split. Let's just say that. Let's get out of this series with, 2 for 2. If we can get 3 games, perfect start. And then head up to Cincinnati and pistol whip those clowns. But, yeah, let's get it. Let's go. Y'all be safe out there. Have a great opening day. And let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
Thanks for listening to the Roundup. Oh, I totally forgot that was in there. Y'all have a good one. See ya.